Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Comeng's Movember edition. My name is Reggie. I'm going to be your host for this fine evening. Thank you for joining in and spending your time with us. So, whoa! Okay, that caught me by a surprise. No wonder you did not show your face earlier. Okay. That will actually be in line of our theme this month, even though I'll tell you later. But let me explain to you what Comeng online stand-up comedy is. This is our virtual stand-up comedy show in which people are free to either experiment their comedy or, polish their skills or try their new set. So basically, this is a bit like an open mic, but can also be a show as well. Now, being an open mic for stand-up comedy show, it means that we have no restrictions. Okay, so basically you can talk about whatever you want. There is no age limitations. If you have your babies joining in and listening, let's just say they're gonna grow up a bit too fast because of this, and that is entirely your fault. All right, so if you are easily offended, I'm proud to say that we are going to try our best to disappoint. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is a free show. Everything is free. You can be as offensive as you want, but on the other spectrum, you can also be as clean as you want, regardless what kind of identity that you want to bring into your comedy genre, right? So, having said that, our theme for this month is Movember. No Shave November. As you can see, somebody here is already a big fan of that, which is ET. Not me though, because as an Asian guy, it's hard for me to grow hair. All right, because there is no way for me to have glorious beard like what it is having right now. If I grow my own mustache, I'm gonna have those catfish mustache, right? Only in here, and that is going to impress no one. That is why I prefer to shave. All right, because as an Asian boy, shaving is keeping me aging gracefully. All right, because I may not look like it, but I'm actually 43 years old. Why? Because I shave. All right. If I don't shave, I'm gonna look like 43 years old Asian pervert. There you go. Someone that you should keep your children at a good distance away. Yes, Diana, I'm 43. Can you believe it? All right. I blame my Asian blood. I ate so gracefully. All right, now we're gonna have a good show. We have 7 open micers and comedians in our lineup. Missing one guy. Hopefully, he'll join us very soon. We have Ilios, also known as SET. We have Natalie. We have Acil. Is that how you say your name? Acil, Acel, I don't know. Hopefully I don't say it wrong, out of respect. We have Garke. That's a kick-ass name, by the way. All right. We have Jumai. We have Srindivasan, and I'm gonna close the show. All right. Let's before I start with ET, I'm just hoping that you all have a great November because it's kind of hard to have a great month living in Southeast Asia, isn't it? Because this is the rainy season. All right, I don't know about your country, but in where I live in Indonesia, it is rainy season, so everything is gray and the weather is kind of bad right now. So yeah, because I live in Bali, right? And people would like it's like a tourism destination. People want to come to this island to celebrate New Year. I was like, why? Right? This is a bad month to celebrate New Year because everything is like rainy season. I mean, I was raised in a Catholic family and I was like taught Christmas jingles. And already I know that the jingles are a bit far-fetched to the actual reality. For example, the song like I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. It's never white. I have never seen a single snow in here. It's always gray. Okay, I cannot find any relevance with the Christmas jingles. That is why I think the jingles must be adjusted to the condition in Southeast Asia, in Bali especially. For example, the song Walking in a Winter Wonderland. You know the song? It goes like this. Walking in the Winter Wonderland. You know the song? I think it should be adjusted to the condition in Southeast Asia. So the song should go a bit like this. There's no snow. There's only raining. You can see it everywhere. Flood is rising. Don't be afraid. It's downgrade. Let's just call it Christmas in Bali. How I wish for a snowflake. What I get, a massive earthquake. No fuss, no fuss. I can still go to Mustache Plus Plus. They have discount for Christmas in Bali. Now, just in case you don't know what a Mustache Plus Plus is, it's a happy ending massage, yes? Now, every single countries in Southeast Asia have their own way to call a happy ending massage. In Bali, in Indonesia, we call it Massage Plus Plus. You know what they call it in Thailand? They call it volcanic eruption massage. That's a bit exaggerating, isn't it? All right. Even though they might be a bit realistic, though, because, you know, in Bali, it's happy ending. In Thailand, it always ends up in a disaster. So, yes. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to start? We're going to start with our first performer. Let's to our resident comedian slash administrator. Give it up for E.T.
Woohoo!
Woo,
Everybody, welcome to Comeng Movember show. And yes, thank you, Jamai, for mentioning it. Finally, yes, finally I'm performing. After so many months, I have been doing this administration work. Yes, I have did the administration work in my work, and now administration work in Comeng. Another one is in Toastmasters. Do I look like a super admin here?
Yes, you are.
Yes.
Well, to celebrate the month of the Movember here, I will tell you about, well, I'm a stingy person, and being poor has its advantage. I don't have to go broke donating to everyone's stupid, idiotic birthday causes on Facebook. Have you done it? Have you tried it? Well, check out my jokes about being stingy.
Yeah.
To start off, yay. Let me ask you a riddle. It has a tail and a head, but it's not an animal. What is it?
And
A coin.
E.T.
It's a penny. Yeah. It's a penny. Yes. If money is growing on trees, what will be your favorite season?
fall.
Yes, fall. Thank you, Diana.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, well, this kind of question works in sushi. So yes, I try to have this on my set. Even though you need some cold hard cash, remember not to put your money in the fridge. You have any comments about my jokes? You had better keep your mouth shut because silence is gold. Are you curious about how much money I make in a year? I can afford going to ice skate in Finland each year, but unfortunately, I cannot access my account after I come back home from ice skating in Finland because it is frozen. Don't worry, I'm not stingy. I'm Ilios. I'm not a bee. I do crowdfund to improve my financial condition. For those who don't know what crowdfunding is, you may imagine a bunch of crows gathering money.
House fund.
Close one.
BTW, my company, which is running on paper manufacturing, is hiring. If you wonder how you may ask for the job vacancy, I would suggest you to just apply. One tip from me, if you want to borrow money, borrow it from a pessimist. They never expect it back. I have to admit that I'm a sandwich generation. The credit card my parents give was stolen the other day. But I don't report it to the police as the thief spends less than my parents. Once I won a lottery. I was so happy. It was a 1 million lottery that I won. You know what it means? It means I will get $1 each year for 1 million years.
Okay.
As I won a lottery the other day, I don't know where should I put all my money. So I went to a bank. The customer service offered me a bond. Its code is 007.
Ah!
Every month, I go to the bank to check my balance. Last month, when I did it, you know what the banker did to me? He pushed me over. It proves that my balance is good. I always try my best to spend my money wisely, especially when I'm short of it, simply because it is just common sense. However, you don't need to trust whatever I have told you though. I'm a poor guy who have only 1 cent. People get rid of me like avoiding a skunk. I would like to offer you a brilliant tip on where you can always find money. Where is it? In the bank? The money is there, but it not be yours. In the capital city, it is where dogs eat dogs. You won't be strong enough. You might not be able to endure the hardship. So, as I'm so kind-hearted, let me tell you one place you will definitely be able to find money. I won't fail you. It's in the dictionary.
Money, 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 must be funny in a rich man will.
Okay, that's all from me, Paps. Well, back to you, host, Reggy Hasibuan.
Thank you very much, AT. I guess that's the perk of using a filter, yeah? Nobody can tell if you're reading or not. So, but thank you very much, AT. It's good to come back after a few months. You're not doing comedy. And I gotta say though, the filter suits you, all right? Because a glorious beard like that and a haircut like that comes the best with a heavy body. Okay, right? Because filter like that don't work if you're skinny like me. All right, okay. So if you're a bear like that, that works. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention one of the rule, because this is an online stand-up comedy show. We really suggest you to open your screen, show yourself. But if you don't want to, it's okay, because we all can tell that you don't like it when people saw you naked. So that's okay. But if you want to open up your audio as well, so we can listen to you when you're laughing, we will appreciate that because just for some feedback when we make jokes to hear people laughing. Otherwise, it's gonna be the usual thing like we talk to ourselves in front of a wall, right? I know that's common, but it's good to have some feedbacks. Now, having said that, we are going to go into our second comedian for this fine evening. And this lady, I'm sure you know her because she's a frequent in the Toastmaster community. She's also a frequent in the church community, especially in the mega churches. Why? Because they pay a lot, obviously. And also she's Chinese, so she likes money. Also, ladies and gentlemen, she's also a very welcome addition to our stand-up group here in Bali because she is known as the because avoiding sins is basically her job desk right now. Please give it up for the one and only Natalie Jayadi.
Thank you, Reggy. Before I go into my set, let me tell you just one thing. My church never promised me any money because they said the best investment is where you go to heaven. So forget about the money, dude. It's taken straight out of the Bible. Yeah, anyway. Hello, guys. Good to be back. Good to see you all again.
Yay.
And it's quite funny because one of my married friend recently asked me to go to a speed dating, which for me is like going to a buffet. A lot of food to choose from, but low quality. I went there with no expectations. And I met people like E.T. And that lowered my expectation even more. So after going home from that speed dating, I realized that men are like food. Good men are like steak. They're rare.
Ah.
I eat medium. No
Men
thanks. I
who
only
send-
eat medium well.
Men who send you direct message on Instagram are like vegan burgers. Yeah, they look fine, but they're fake.
What's a vegan burger?
Men in Tinder are like sushi. When it's good, it's good. When it's bad, it's terrible. But when it's really, really good,
It
they
smells horrible.
So talking about love match, I thought it was the kind of thing that I've seen in Disney prince and princesses. Every time I saw Disney movie, it's always ended with a kiss, fireworks, and happy ending. But nobody told us what happened after the wedding. Reality, people, reality. So now I realize, because I'm older and wiser, Disney fairy tale is actually not suitable for kids. Take Little Mermaid, for example. Ariel met Prince Eric, and a few days after their first kiss, they got married. That was a quick test drive. And after kissing a fresh sea creature, I wonder if Prince Eric got salmonella.
Mercury.
Next, Snow White. She was 14 when she met Prince Florian, 31 years old. And after they met, they got married. Where was Snow White again? A remote village in Java, ya?
Oh, damn.
Oh, man.
Now, Pocahontas is an exotic, skinny, pretty girl with a strong preference for anonymous white guy named John Smith. I bet she's the role model for local girls. Original bule hunter.
Damn.
So the moral of the story from this Disney fairy tales are, if you want to marry a prince, be underage. Because in reality, happy ending, like Reggie said, only happened in massage parlor. Now, I recently read about space travel, like where people can see Earth from a different perspective. And I'm talking about space travel, like SpaceX and Blue Origin. Because in Bali, space travel may mean totally different thing. Why should we go to the space where the only space we should go is within? Namaste. Apparently, a millionaire had done it, a space travel back in 2008. He paid $30 million for 12 days space travel. I mean, $30 million. Can you imagine? It can feed 3 million people in Bali for a year. Or 2 Russian influencers for 1 month. And when that millionaire was asked what he learned from the experience, he said, oh, the overview effect was so good. A sensation of complete oneness when you're able to take everything at once. Really? You need to go spend $30 million just to get the O effects? Maybe he should visit the nearest massage parlor.
Again.
Okay. Enough about space travel and Disney fairy tale. Let's go back to the Earth. Anyone here raised in a multicultural family?
Me.
Yeah, all the victims raise their hands.
Yes.
Yeah, I can relate. Yeah, Reggie, Jumai, myself, we are all Chinese, Indonesian. So it made me wondering sometimes, am I Chinese or am I Indonesian? Like, I'm too poor for Chinese standard, but I'm too rich for Indonesian standard. I'm too religious for Chinese standard, but I'm too liberal for Indonesian standard. And as Chinese, we run a factory. As Indonesian, we run from paying tax to that factory. So I think being raised in a multicultural family is like yogurt with durian flavor.
No.
Sounds interesting, right?
Tangy but
But
smelly.
it stinks. But talking about yogurt, do you know how yogurt was made? So you heat the milk,
Fermented?
added the bacterial culture to convert it lactose into lactic acid. See, even the milk needs to be converted by a pasteur. Yes. Yeah, at least pastoral care is available for all cultures. So I like yogurt, and there are so many different yogurt flavors. I mean, let's see, original flavor, for example. It's a bit bland. And my extended family hate that because as Chinese, we don't really like anything original. And tropical fruit flavors are like, mango, banana, papaya, are just like your Tinder dates. Short shelf life.
Damn.
Yeah.
But the worst, in my opinion, is yogurt with cheese flavor. Have you tasted that?
Oh, no.
It's like incest. They came from the same mother. They came from the cow.
Double, rotten.
So like yogurt and granola, some things are meant together. Like yogis and vegan. Like Russian influencers and plastic surgery. Chinese family and beating.
Relatable.
But like maple bacon chocolate frozen yogurt, some things are not meant to be together. Like Indonesia and fast internet.
Oh.
Oh.
Like life coaches and money.
Ah.
And Chinese family and personal privacy.
Woohoo!
Accurate.
I also felt uncomfortable when I read, different yogurt flavor like red grape flavor, green grape flavor, purple grape flavor. Why can't we just have grape flavor? As if the grapes needs to be separated by color so they have more value.
Yeah.
All grapes
Yes.
matter.
Yeah.
But the one that baffled me the most is actually a halal grape yogurt.
Ooh.
I mean, I love you, my fellow
Oh.
Muslim. And yes, we all need to ensure that there is no pork in the grape yogurt.
How can a yogurt be haram?
And you
Yeah.
know where that halal grape yogurt comes from? It is manufactured in China. Thank you very much.
Ah.
Give it up for Natalie, ladies and gentlemen. Well done.
Hey, good job.
Great, great.
All right. Well done, Natalie. Wow. I mean, I didn't expect to hear 2 jokes about happy ending massage coming out from Natalie. All right.
Because you said it. So I'm
Yeah.
like,
Oh, the
yeah.
callback, Reggie.
Yeah. Only she can make it clean.
Yes. And that's the dirtiest that Natalie can go so far. She cannot go over that. So,
Yeah,
kudos for being
She
progressive.
sanctifies happy ending.
Ah,
It's already been clean.
Yeah, your sins are forgiven.
In the name of the God.
By the way, Natalie, I have to appreciate you also for performing because I know you're sick, right?
Yes.
I mean, you have a
Oh.
fever and still you're
Yeah,
able to
so-
pull that off. Well done. All right. I
Thank
mean,
you.
that's
Ooh.
the culture
Yeah.
of Asian
Well done, Nat.
family.
Yeah.
Okay, even though you're sick, you still have to pull it off. All right.
Yeah. So please
Yeah,
wear
they
your
probably-
mask to stay safe.
Exactly. That's how our parents said. Beatings build
Yeah, but-
characters. As proven.
Yes, and probably Natalie, your father probably disappointed. You didn't get paid for this. Your Chinese father probably said, "You didn't get paid? What is wrong with you?"
You might. That's because my dad converted to Christian,
Oh,
Amen.
Everything else is- I didn't know that.
Everything else is become an investment to the heaven.
All right. We're gonna move on, ladies and gentlemen, because I bet the next performance already waiting for her next turn. But before that, because we are so lively, apparently, let me tell you also another rule. Heckling. Now, heckling is totally allowed. All right.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, because I'm the
Woohoo.
host, yeah, and plus the comedians must learn how to handle hecklers. However, for the hecklers, please keep your heckling simple. All right, yeah. I mean, if you heckle, keep it one word, yeah, like accurate, funny, boo, something like that. Okay, don't make a whole argument as you're heckling. All right, this is not your turn. Okay. Now, if your heckling is a bit too long, then you are eligible to get roasted by the comedian and the host. Yeah. I'm looking at you, Diana and Jumai. All right. So,
what did I do?
okay. So please keep it organized, y'all. All right. Having said that, do heckle as long as your heckle can be accepted and understood. All right then. Now, having said that, let's welcome our next comedian. Hopefully, I say his or her name correctly. Asil?
I'm a her.
Okay, good. Do I mention your name correctly? Asil.
It's Asil, but it's okay. I've done worse.
I'm sure you have. a lot of us have actually. So welcome to the group, Asil. All right. And you're from Malaysia?
No, I'm actually from
White.
Egypt, but I live in
Right.
Kuwait in Asia. So
Oh.
be prepared to be crushed by the Egyptians' comedy because we pride in comedy.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, based on the Egyptian comedy. So let's walk it like an Egyptian. Let's give it up for ASEAL.
Woohoo!
Tell me, what are you all looking at? What, just because it's Movember, you expected a big, strong man in front of you right now? Did you expect Hercules to take the stage and make you laugh? Newsflash, Hercules is only good at fighting Cerberus and all monsters, but he's never delivered comedy before, so forget about seeing Hercules here. By the way, I've been nicknamed Hercules all my life. I mean, every time I cause problem, I feel like, what have you done, Hercules? I break the closet door. What did you do, Hercules? The flusher won't work. What have you done, Hercules? I dropped the shower curtain. You did it again, Hercules. I mean, my name's Asil, not Hercules. What? What's next? You're gonna change my name to Hercules now? Not sure if they remembered, but I accidentally broke a part of the treadmill with my pinky. I bumped into it by accident. They were all like, wow, incredible, so amazing. They shut up the second they see blood in my pinky. All this talk about Hercules makes you think you're such an enemy. You're breaking everything. Stop breaking everything. And I feel like I've been cut off. Sorry, my internet is going crazy again.
Yeah, it was kind of.
That's okay. Go on, go on.
Okay, what is the last thing you heard?
It's going crazy.
Okay. I was telling you that you guys were expecting to see Hercules on stage, despite the fact that Hercules is a fighter, not a comedian. So forget it. Don't let the scene get through to your head, because there's no Hercules here. He's not coming. Accept it. Get over it. I broke a lot of things, and they've been nicknaming me Hercules since then. If I accidentally break the closet door, what have you done, Hercules? The shower curtain fell. You did it again, Hercules. Please, one of these days they're going to change my name to Hercules. One time I accidentally broke a part of the treadmill with my pinky. Don't ask how, because it's been a long time ago. I don't remember, but what I do remember, my pinky was bleeding and I was in so much pain. While they were so focused saying I broke it, they did not realize I was in pain. You must be guessing, look, the new Hercules, the enemy, the bully. I'm not the bully here. My family is. Hands up if you guys live in a big, huge family. Whenever I visit my home country, Egypt, I have to live in a big, gigantic family, a huge family, where every time your snack is not safe from the hands of your family. Who ate my cake? Who ate my cake? What happened to my chips? Where's my cookies? I had no choice but to put on Pete's from Mickey Mouse suit and hide my snacks. And I was busted. My brother-in-law caught me hiding my cookie. Why are you hiding them, girl? Oh, I was ready to scream at him. Why? Because you guys take my snack. You always take my snack. I had no choice but to hide my snacks. Unfortunately, I could not open my mouth to tell him all this because my sister was all like, can you blame her? We take her snack. Can you believe it? She said it calmly, as if she's done nothing wrong. It's like they had the right to take the snack. Looks like I'm gonna have to find a better hiding spot. Or better yet, I'm gonna get a locker and put my password, something they'll never figure out. You guys know what's a kushari? Long story short, let's just say it's an Egyptian meal. You mix rice and spaghetti together and add a few hats. I'll introduce you guys to it later. Whenever you're hungry and you live in a big family, you cannot perform your favorite hobby, eating. You can't perform your hobby. Okay, I was living with my brother-in-law, my sister, my baby niece. So technically, 3 in this house can eat. My niece is a little baby, so we have to have 3 meals. That's what happened. There were 3 meals of kushari. I just took the kushari, ate, and continued watching something on YouTube. Suddenly, someone called the police. Wee, 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 wee. What did I do? What did I do? Girl, you ate your sister's kushari. How? There were 3 plates. 3 plates. We are 3. My niece is a baby. Asid, those 2 plates were for me, and that plate was for your sister. You never said, could you get me kushari, please? Let me see if I understood this correctly. He got 3 meals, and there are 3 people, and he took the 2 plates for himself. And I'm the kushari eater? I'm not the one who ate the 2 plates all by myself. So who's the kushari eater now? And another kushari incident. I've had too much kushari these days. I should really take a break. I think we can all agree that the food can stab you in the back sometimes. We can all agree to that, right?
Yeah.
This time I told him, no kushari for me. I'll have a homemade meal. All day long, nag, nag, nag. You sure you don't want kushari? Don't you want kushari? You sure you don't want it? Yes, Hamza, I don't want any kushari. Now stop nagging me. And he didn't stop there. He actually grabbed the plate and said, it's all mine. Bon appetit. I won't stop you. Karma struck him. He felt he could not eat it because it was spicy and he had sensitive stomach. Looks like karma caught up to him. That's what he gets for nagging me. But because I'm a kind person, I told him, sorry to hear it. My sister one day called me, could you go get us Pepsi? I walked a long mile getting to the supermarket and I got this tasty, yummy, sugary ice cream.
Woohoo!
What? I walked a long mile. I think I deserve a nice, yummy ice cream on a hot summer day. Yeah, who doesn't love ice cream, Diana? Oh, Hamza, look at the ice cream I got. Oh, he was so freaked out. Before he could do anything, I pointed, Hamza, your Pepsi is over there. Turns out I had enough money to get Pepsi and ice cream. So, like, I'm doing them a favor. Why not treat myself? That's what he gets for teasing me. I pranked him. I got him. Well, it wasn't according to plan. I just coincidence saw him in the bathroom and I thought, why not? Grab the opportunity and seize it. Have you guys ever tried stop midnight snacking? Well, I tried to avoid it sometimes. I expect family to support me, try to encourage me. Oh, the reality slapped me in the face. They weren't as supportive as you think. Every night, I see them order juicy, tasty pizza and incredible noodles. Well, like, hey, I see you, come and try some. Dude, I can't. Not the best time. It keeps nagging and nagging to eat. Where's the support? My cousin, my sweet dear cousin, even told me, come on, one bite won't hurt. And you, Brutus. I walked away saying to my cousin, and you, Brutus. You guys have read Julius Caesar, right? Another incident. The big test, this ultimate torture my brother-in-law did this time at midnight snacking. He did something really awful. He cooked my favorite meal, pancake. Have you ever said no to pancake? I tried my best to say no, but with all the snacking and the smell and the taste and them eating. Okay, you win this time. I'll eat your pancake on one condition. You will not tease me about it. Unfortunately, he kept his promise. Who loves pizza?
Me.
Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna say this real quick. Okay, hitting 10 minutes. Okay, I'm just gonna say this real quickly. We all can say no to pizza. My ultimate favorite is Pizza Hut, this amazing margarita. I only eat margarita. You might think I'm picky eater, but it's true. Every time I ask for margarita, so my brothers are like, get something else, get seafood, get pepperoni. No, Ahmed, I want margarita. I want margarita. I want margarita. Okay. Just don't complain to mom. Make sure you tell her that I'm feeding you. Don't worry. Even if I told her, she'll know that you're feeding me. But next time you do that, I'll tell her you're not getting me my favorite. She'll be all like, get her what she wants. She's the princess.
So cute.
All this talk about the meal is making me hungry, so I'm just gonna end my session and go grab myself something to eat right now. Would you guys like for me to order something for you on the way?
Yay! KFC!
Yay! Of
Margarita.
course. Good.
Okay, just write me a list, and I'm gonna open Talabat. And over to you. Thank you, everyone, and good night.
Give it up for a sale, ladies and
Hi.
gentlemen.
Woohoo!
Thank you for joining us all the way from Egypt. What time is it in Egypt right now?
It's
think
supposed
it's
to
in
be 3:54 p.m.
Yeah, so it's not bad. It's not bad. Yeah, it's still a good day.
Wait, I thought-
evening just started. All right. Now,
Yes, I know.
Asil is in
I know
Kuwait.
what you're gonna ask. I know what you're gonna ask. I thought I live in Kuwait. I do live in Kuwait. I just answered the question. What time is it in Egypt?
yeah. So are you in Egypt or Kuwait right now?
In Kuwait. I
Oh, in
was just
Kuwait.
doing
So in Kuwait, what time is it?
4:54. Between Kuwait and Egypt is 1 hour. You just asked what time is it in Egypt? I just answered the question. There was no need to say I live in Kuwait, not in Egypt.
That's okay. We
No,
can appreciate
it's okay,
your
Asil.
appreciation.
Just
Now we
that heckle-
know, right?
That heckle is actually for Reggie.
Yeah.
He's old. Yeah. He's old. Even though
We
I'm older
learned-
than him.
We learned something new and by me. Okay.
Yeah, come in.
All right. So we learned something new, Habibi.
Push,
Okay,
push.
Habibi, something new. All right. Speaking about food, here's the thing though, because I don't know if you know, but in Southeast Asia, the best food here are basically street food. It is the best. It's the soul of Southeast Asia. If you want to eat food here, you gotta eat your food on the side of the road. All right, that's the best food right there. That's why I hate it when tourists and foreigners, come to Southeast Asia, and they all said, I want to taste the best cuisine in your country in a 5-star restaurant using a fork and a knife. What? Right? No. You eat the best food in Southeast Asia on the side of the road and eat them with your hand. Okay? That's how you eat food in Southeast Asia. But there's a technique. There's a technique, all right? I call this the reverse Italian. Yeah? Italian, yeah? Indonesian. Yeah, Indonesian. There you go. Yeah? Buongiorno. Assalamualaikum. Yeah, there you go. All right. but yeah, like normal sane people, make sure you wash your hands after, because after doing this, yes, yeah, not good. You have spicy fingers. So yes, there you go.
Oh, I hate spicy. Last time it burned my throat. My throat was on fire, man. They had to bring the fire extinguisher to turn it off.
Exactly, especially Southeast Asian food. Woo! Using your fingers. I'm a bit distracted by how Abby looks right now. He looks like everyone's disappointed Asian fathers. If any of you have your father, your dad, and you say to your dad, Dad, I want to be a comedian. That's their response right now. Look how proud they are.
I'm sorry, Reggie. When I saw that, it's not disappointed father. What I see is, I'm a dad, and I'm gonna tell you a very bad dad joke. Be ready.
You shut up, or I'm going to beat you up, young boy.
oh. Sunburned version of Super Mario.
Oh yeah.
That's the
Super Mario.
The Punjab edition. Abby looks like he has a cane nearby, just to whoop your ass at the ready.
Choose your BDSM weapon of choice.
All right. Where was I? Okay, so your next comedian, the next comedian, you have a bigger challenge, right? Because you're gonna have Abby watching you.
Hi, Abby.
No pressure there. If you're not funny, he's gonna whoop your ass, Punjabi style. So.
I'm Tamil, so I don't get the reference, but it's okay.
Okay, your next comedian, where you from, man? Gark, where you from?
I'm living in Hong Kong. I'm from the US.
Okay,
Ooh.
so he's from Hong Kong and he's from the US. Why?
Better healthcare.
Oh, true.
Better
Yeah,
healthcare.
less shootings too, but you know the lockdown.
No
Anyway,
shooting, period.
She would know better. She lives there. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Gar K. Wong.
Hello. So, how are you guys all doing tonight? Yeah. No,
Nice.
everyone's so low energy. Reggie's sick. Natalie has a fever. Jumai over there with her food coma. But don't worry, that's actually kind of the perfect energy for my act. So my name's Garke. It's kind of a unique English name. I see a bunch of other weird names in the lineup tonight, though, so I think you guys can relate.
Yes.
People mispronounce my name all the time. So I get Gary, Gorky, Gorhe. There's this Dutch guy that thinks my name is Karkies.
Brum, brum, brum.
My favorite thing that happens, the name in Garke in English is actually gender neutral. So when I get emails and phone calls, they're always like, hello, is this Mr. Wong? I think some people are surprised when a lady answers instead of being like, lady. No, they doubled down. So once there was this HR lady who called me for an interview. She's like, I'm looking for Mr. Wong. And I said, no, but this is my number and I'm a lady. So my last name is Wong. It's one of the most common names in Chinese. In college, one of my professors had the bright idea of having us get our essays based on our last names. So there were like 15 different Wongs, just like we're all standing there like, what are we all doing here? It was like looking up the actual subjects one by one. The only thing I could do was look over helplessly at that group of Koreans, like with the box mark Kim.
Him.
Yeah. So my younger sister, she recently got married. Her husband, thank you. Her husband isn't close to his side of the family. So they decided it was a good opportunity to change their last names. So their bright idea was that they did that thing you do in the 3rd grade where you put like 2 people's names together to make a team name.
Mm-hmm.
So my sister's family name is Wong and his family name is Cleaver. So Cleavers.
That's kind of awesome. That's kind of awesome.
But I was like, guys, you missed a huge opportunity here. You guys could have been, instead of the Weavers, you could have been the Wongers.
Wonkers.
Wonkers.
We could have been Wong, Wonger, Wongest.
Yes. Oh my God, yes.
You could be the most Wong in the entire world. Speaking of Wong, my younger sister also had a friend in high school. His name was Matt Wright, Wright. So we used to have a saying, 2 Wongs don't make a right. So I know my name is hard to remember, and I really appreciate those people who try, Reggie especially, and different folks. I know that there are different tricks people use, like those folks who try to repeat your name as many times as possible in a sentence. They're like, hi, Garke, so nice to meet you, Garke. My name is something totally forgettable, like Garke. So there was a brief period of time when I just had people call me K, just for short. But after some time, I just gave it up. I think people who have weird names feel kind of self-conscious, but you know, if I have time to explain, I'm okay. The only time I take a shortcut is when people at Starbucks ask for my name.
Oh.
So when they ask me my name, I just tell them Vincent. That's my husband's name, by the way. But speaking of Starbucks and awkwardness, I was at a Starbucks ordering the other day and I said, could I get a black tea? I'll just have it tall and hot. And as soon as I said that to the barista, I thought, that is so weird and suggestive. I'll have it tall and hot. Like, imagine if you were ordering a man like you order your Starbucks. I'll have mine dark and emotionally unavailable, please.
Nice.
So speaking of being emotionally unavailable, a big thing these days is mental health. So I don't know, like how many of you guys have tried therapy? Anybody? Yeah, therapy. So when I'm not, you know, jokes or like whatever, I actually have one of those really nurturing personalities. I don't know if you can tell. Like I have such a nurturing personality that I was doing therapy and my therapist started telling me about her drinking problem. She was like, yes, what you're doing, you're always making jokes to avoid your real feelings about your problems. I do it too. Like she's trying to relate to me, right? By the way, my therapist is Russian. So like in this thick Russian accent, she's like, oh, there's comedy gold there. So she's like, sometimes I just drink and I drink and I don't know what happened the next day. And I'm like, Olga, why did you drink so much last night? It's to avoid those negative feelings. So a couple of things are running through my head. Like, I don't feel great about what's happening with me, but like, is she in the best state to help me? The other side of me is like, if I listen to your problems for 30 minutes, is this session free or like, can we do like 50-50? So Reggie said, I live in Hong Kong. We still have Food Panda here. I understand that Food Panda failed spectacularly, like in Indonesia and other places in Southeast Asia, like years ago. It's still alive and kicking in Hong Kong. So I was waiting for the bus the other day. I saw this procession of scooters coming my way. And now I'm originally from the US. So I grew up in Trump country, where all my neighbors have motorcycles and fly Confederate flags out of their backyards. Like, so if you're a brown person like me, it's like muscle memory. Like, you see one of those processions of bikes like coming at you, the first thing you do, you're like, throw your hands in the air, fight the power.
That is so American.
So I'm standing there at the bus stop in Hong Kong and I see the procession coming, and instinctively I raise my fist in support. I'm like, yeah. The lead Indian guy on the scooter loves it. He's just smiling and honking. The rest of the scooters are honking, and then I finally see on the front of the scooters, it all says Food Panda strike on the front of their bikes. And I'm like, oh shit, I don't want that. What am I going to do for dinner? So it's super awkward because they circle around and then they come back in my direction. And a bunch of them are honking and hollering. And I'm just like, just like how I'm awkwardly going to end this act. So back to you, Reggie, because that's all I have for today.
That's the best closing I ever heard so far.
So
Give it up for
honest.
Garke, boys and girls. Well done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Karke, which state were you from?
California.
California. Oh,
Oh, but
From
in
the
the
liberal
middle,
state.
in the middle,
You're
there's
from
a
liberal
huge
state.
Trump area.
Oh,
Yep.
got it.
It's been a while since we had our last awkward comedian, so it's like a very refreshing to get a new one. especially an Asian girl from US. Yeah, a Kali girl too.
Yeah, you know, they're the awkwardest.
Yeah, girls.
Really refreshing, Garke. I hope to see you again in the near future. All right.
Cool.
That was so effortless. Yeah, even our disappointed daddy here looks entertained. So yeah,
Yes,
you know that
Daddy is
you've done a good job.
entertained.
Very entertained. Yes.
You look like old Charlie Chaplin living in America. Oh,
Keep it
Overweight.
coming. Keep it coming.
and then
All right. Oh, by the way, you might want to check the comment box, Garke. People are talking about the Wong jokes there. Lots of opportunities.
Hey.
Lots of
Oh,
opportunities
yeah.
right there. Okay, let's move on. Now, speaking of people with a weird name, your next comedian also have a weird name, something I will never understand. It's so weird. I don't even bother to ask what does it mean. All right. Okay, that your name just don't fit in any culture, Jumai. I was like, what the hell? So, all the way from the Northwest, right?
No, Midwest. I'm
Midwest.
right in the middle. I'm right in the middle.
Geology.
Think about Trump country.
Correct. Very
Trump
All the
country.
way from Midwest, United States, please give it up for Jumai.
All right. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Yes, it's still morning here. It's 8 a.m.
Jesus.
It's 8 a.m. Yeah. You guys make me. This is how much I love you. I woke up at 7 on Sunday morning.
Oh,
I don't even wake
thank
up and
you.
that for church. I don't wake up for church. Period.
Amen. Amen.
And speaking about Trump country, Karke, I'm from Trump country. I
Woo,
have 3
fight
neighbors
power.
already with giant flag, Trump 2024. And I would like to knock on the door.
Ooh.
Sorry, sir.
Ooh.
You need to take your hallucination drugs. Sometimes I would like to do that, but I don't want to get shot in the face. I don't have insurance. I don't have health insurance. And speaking of weird name, I have weird names. Even my fellow countrymen have it wrong all the time to the point I up. Okay, I was called Junaidi by this old lady who used to live next to me. Yes, and by the way, who doesn't know it, in Indonesia, Junaidi is a man name. Yeah, and of course, when you meet a Westerners, I've been called a lot of nice things. Jane, Joe. Yes, there are people who thought I'm a man. They call me Joe. Is this Iwan? Joe Iwan? No. And it's okay. I take it anything because, you know, hey, it's better than being called, I don't know, Trump lover.
Oh.
Anyway, so yeah, being a weird name, and it's okay being weird. So talking about being weird, I'm also in therapy, but my therapist unfortunately is not as fun as Carcase. It's just a middle-aged white woman. So yeah, the story is sometime when she's trying to relate, it's a first world problem. You know, I said, you know, and I said, oh, you know, a lot of my emotional problem came from my parent because they're Asian. It's so hard for me to explain my emotion. And she's trying to relate, you know, yeah, I understand. My parents too, you know, they only say I love you when they're happy. So, I don't get I love you. What the heck? You get I love you. I don't get how we're not relating. You're first world. I'm Asian third world. My I love you is what the heck did you do? Did you finish the rice? Didn't leave us any? On the face. That's I love you. So yeah, no, we don't relate. Yeah, you don't. They don't say they don't say only. They say only I love you when they're happy. At least they say I love you. Yeah, and how do I know I live in America? My first training day, I'm working at the grocery store, by the way. And my first training day, you're supposed to watch videos. The first video, and I was talk about safety videos. Like, oh, awesome! It's how to work safely, so you don't fall, you don't hurt yourself. No. My first video to watch is active shooter drill. Yeah. Whoa, awesome, isn't it? I bet none of you have it. I don't know, Karke, if you ever had it. I don't know.
True story.
See, and the thing is, this, and they always use this middle-aged white man to give you narration with this. Well, today we're gonna talk about the active shooter drill. So this is what you want to do first. It's like, why are you so calm? Why are you so calm when you talk about shooter drill? I don't know, maybe because if it's an Asian, you said, we need an Asian. We are Asian. There is a shooting. You run, bring the money, run. That's why, you know. So, okay, there is 3 things to do. In case you're wondering, there's an active shooter drill. RHF, run, hide, fight. First, you have to run. And then if you cannot run, you hide. After you hide, if all possible, you fight. You know what my Asian side said? You run and hide, period, bitch. You don't fight. What are you, nuts? You hide until the shooter gets shot by the police or somebody else, hopefully. I am live after all in Midwest, where open carry is okay. So yeah. So, and you know, when I first worked in the grocery store, I got the midnight shift from 10 p.m. until 7 a.m. By the way, yes, I was called Shumai too by my fellow Indonesian. Thank you, Abby. Sorry for that.
You're
For heckle.
welcome.
I work from 10 p.m. till 7 a.m. When the store are closed, I put items on the shelf. When I told my family, this is how Asian they are. I don't know if you can relate or not, you probably can. The first thing they say is, oh my God, so late. How many people are working with you? I said 2 or 3. Sometimes I'm alone. You better bring cross or something. There'll be ghosts there. It's just very Asian, isn't it? Hey, you know how, and this is how I know I have American in-laws. I told my in-laws, I told my father-in-law, yeah, I got a job at midnight. And yes, are you gonna be alone at some point? Yes, sir, I'll be. Like, do you want a gun? You need me to buy you a gun? In case somebody come in and try to shoot you and rob you? Okay, Asian afraid of ghosts, American afraid somebody will shoot you. I'll take the gun because at least with a ghost you can pray and the ghost disappear. With a gun you pray and well you disappear. So no, no brainer there, And another case of you live in America with kind of a moment. I have a coworker. He's 50 years old. He's fat. He's big, and he thinks he's the man of jack of all trades. One time he came in limping. Bruce, all buddies like, what the heck happened to you? I fell from the roof. Yeah, I tried to fix the. Okay, I didn't know his wife was behind him. His wife came in to help him take care of some paperwork. His wife suddenly came out and said, yeah, this dumbass decided to fix the roof with this all alone. I found him on the ground, all bruised. I told him, honey, we don't have insurance. We don't have health insurance. If you're trying to die, we have guns. Ammunition is cheaper than calling ambulance.
Oh.
True story. So welcome to America. And I was like, yeah, welcome to America. Another welcome to America. I just found out my therapy is free. Yeah, because let's just say it's a complicated story, but it's free because people here are so worried about mental health. But I haven't still gone to the dentist, even though I have a little bit of problem with my teeth. I don't have health insurance. So the first thing I told my therapist said, you said you wanna, she asked, so why you are here? I said, because I'm afraid, I'm anxious, I have anxiety. He said, what is your anxiety? That I might die on the roadside and I can't afford to have ambulance pick me up. Yeah, so you live in America, you talk to the therapist for free about being afraid dying because you can't pay healthcare. Yeah, welcome to America. So you still thinking about coming to America? So yeah. And this is coming to America also has a lot of funny moments. Don't worry, it's not all about death and being shot at. It's a lot of funny moment. For instance, I have coworkers who's sometimes a bit, let's just say, persnickety and likes to make fun of other culture. So one time in a lunch break, I was eating with, as Reggie said it, with my hand. Because I brought fried chicken, I have my sambal, I have rice. You have to eat it with your hand, of course. It's the only way. So I'm eating my hand, and this guy came in and said, ew, why are you eating with your hand? That's nasty. I looked at him, stood there, and said, yeah, it might be nasty, but the only reason you guys eating with fork is because you wipe your ass with your and flimsy tissues. We use soap and water. I wash my hands. So which one is more? And by the way, I use my left hand to wipe my ass. You use your right hand. you're eating hen. Yeah. So who's nasty now? At least my ass is way cleaner than yours. And my hand clean too. So yeah. So anybody who wants to think about coming America, you better be ready to have, to die on the roadside. But don't worry, if you die, they will take care of you in therapy. So that's all from me from America. And sorry, apology if my material is all over the place.
That's
I
okay.
really am
We're
in a
trying
sort of
out.
food
Give it up
coma.
for Shumai, ladies and gentlemen.
I've been called that too on Hawaii in Indonesia.
That was dim sum.
At least I'm yummy. At least I'm yummy.
Yes, you are. All right. Thank you, Jumai. Now we are supposed to have one comedian. I don't think he's here yet. Is Srinivasan here? Is not? Okay, so that means that we have one slot available. Would any of you like to try their material?
Go, Abby, go, Abby, go.
Abby, come on, Abby.
Abby,
Narendra,
come on, Abby.
Come on, get ready, Abby.
Or
Nitin,
Diana?
Yenny, Evelyn, Diana.
Hi. Why lah? You all pick
You
my
want?
name.
Because you're there, Diana.
You're there, Diana. From the beginning.
Exactly. All right, I'm gonna do the countdown. If there's no taker, then we are going to proceed with the show. Going once. Anyone want to take the slot? It's now or never. Okay, it's a free show. Try your funny bones. Going twice. I know that most of you are Asians, but don't. All right. And going thrice, time's up. So we're gonna proceed with the show. So who's next? After Srinivasan? Let me just, oh, it's me.
It's you, Rex.
I told you you're old, Reggie.
The lineup is just so far above in the chat box. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna close the show. So give it up for your host. Hey. All right. So I'm gonna give it to you then. Do you want me to do some dark jokes, dick jokes, or clean jokes?
All. All.
Oh my God, I should have known I'm going to do this in front of Asians cheapskates. Of course. I mean, I asked the same question in front of a white audience. They all choose one. All right. I should have known you, Diana. I was like, shit.
Yeah,
Okay, then.
Why choose when we can have them all?
I know, right?
Just
I
not
knew
economically
one, okay?
smart.
I learned now that's the wrong questions.
Natalie's like, yeah, my father would approve.
Oh my God, I've done that in many, many shows. It always works, except here.
and
Now
Karke
I
would say,
learned my mistake.
and Karke said, choose them all. There's no wrong choice.
Exactly.
And can I also get 50% off?
I love it.
From a free show, okay. All right then, let's do this. I learned my mistakes. Never do the next show in front of Asians crowd. All right. So
You're Chinese, Reggie. You're Chinese. You should
I'm
remember that.
1/3 Chinese. All right. Let's
I'm
not
one
forget
quarter
that.
Chinese.
Yes. My parents are half Chinese, half Indo. So that's why I'm very confused right now. So, we are now entering the World Cup season, boys and girls. You all following World Cup?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I don't get World Cup and I don't get like football in general. Even the term itself is quite confusing, right? I mean, some call it football, some call it soccer. I mean, which one is correct? Let's just find a common ground and terms and just call it Fokker. How about that? Yes? Because that name will actually explain the sport. Yeah, Fokker, a sport when 22 guys chase after a ball. And they can only do teamwork to achieve deeper penetration. And the only way a player can score if they avoid having handball. So there you go. Right? That's the only way why a sport can be called a Fokker. Right. Now, I live in Indonesia, ladies and gentlemen. Like most of you here, my country has been colonized before. This come the dark jokes. So, Indonesia was colonized by multiple nationalities, but nothing comes worse than Japan, right? Because we have been colonized 2.5 decades or 3.5 decades under the Dutch, right? And then Japan colonized us for like 3 years. And those 3 years is worse than the Dutch, okay? And that's why you know that Japan is so bad to be bombed twice just to stop all that shit. Okay. Instead, in fact, Japan was bombed so hard they turned cute. Right? Have you seen Japan nowadays? Huh?
Yeah.
They used to do harakiri. Now they do Hello Kitty. They used to say, "I kill you." Now they say, "Poke Pikachu, I choose you." They used to commit kamikaze. Now they commit bukake. How about that?
Oh.
Oh my god.
They changed so hard. They're cute now, right? And I live in Bali, and in a place called Canggu. Now, Bali is basically competing with Thailand on who's going to be the best sex capital of Southeast Asia, right? I mean, I moved to Bali because I'm with my partner. She's right there, if you can see her. I mean, I moved from Bali. I moved to Bali from the capital city of Jakarta because Jakarta is too orthodox for us. It's too conservative. And now we move to Bali. And now that we move to Bali, everything is just too progressive. Right? I mean, I'm having an open relationship with my partner. We used to be very kinky in Jakarta. Now that we moved to Bali, we're just a regular couple. Right? I mean, it's useless to brag to the people here when I say, hey, I do threesomes. And the response that I get is like, what? Only 3 people? Old school. Yeah. In here, we do it with at least 5 people. There you go. Wow. Right? I mean, Canggu is basically the sex capital of the world. But here's the thing, though. The reason why it's the sex capital is because the 2 of the major nationalities of foreigners that live in Bali, Italians and Russians. So yes, Garke, I can relate to your story about the Russians because that's the majority of people that live in Bali right now. Okay, but because of the pandemic, all right, that basically kicked the Australians out, but not the Russians though. Right? I mean, during the pandemic, the Russians are like, pandemic, pandemic, cheaper price, we stay, yes, we stay. Pandemic is good, yes. cheaper vodka in Bali. Duh. So yeah, we are left with those kind of people. But now that the pandemic is over, the Aussies are back. Okay, and I thought the Russians will go home because the price is going back to normal. No, they're staying. So now we're left with both Australians and Russians, which is bad. Here's how bad it is, though. All right, because Australians, they like adventures, and by adventures I mean riding scooters and honking. That's like, yeah, the best kind of adventure they have in Bali. The number one reason for traffic jam here in Bali are basically Asians on a scooter, right? I've seen 2 white Australians on a scooter and they got stopped by the traffic police. Yeah. And you know what they did when they know that they got stopped? The 2 Australians go, flash their tits, and they just go away.
See? Yes.
and they're doing that in front of an Indonesian police. And you know what happened the next day, right? The same road is full with police. They were like, Australian. Tits, please. So yeah, there you go. But here's the thing about living in Canggu, living in Bali, because it's all like multi-nationalities. And we're always wondering which nationality is the best, all right? So I gather all my friends. Most of them are like local girls. And I ask them, girls. In terms of nationality, which white boys you think is the best? And they all said, almost unanimously, the best white boy in Bali is British.
Yeah, they sound better.
Yeah. I was like, okay. And then I asked them, also for sex, and they all said no. So basically,
Okay, no comment.
British are the best to hang out with. Okay, for sex not so much. So of course I inquire further. How about sex? All right, which white boy is the best on bed? And they all said unanimously Spaniards. Okay, Spaniards are the best. And I was like, okay, but those are like, you know, popular votes. Yeah, I mean, they're not like facts, because factually we all can tell that black dudes are still the best. Yeah, in terms of measurement. But all of my girlfriends, they complain to me, Reggie, we all like black dudes, but if only they can do it a bit less aggressively. Because Indonesian girls gets very confused that when asked, they are constantly asked about who their fathers are. Yeah. Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? And they were like, Mr. Made. Mr. Made is my daddy. Why? Does he owe you money too? So yeah. So I think, yeah, trying out different nationalities is like quite an adventure for the local girls in here. In fact, you know what? When you're in Bali or any other countries in Southeast Asia, try to open up the Tinder there. It's gonna be a bit of an adventure, right? Because in Bali, when you open Tinder, you can see that the local girls and some girls are actually boys, but hey, that's fine. However, at least the Tinder in Southeast Asia is better than the Tinder in Qatar in World Cup.
Oh.
Can you imagine opening up Tinder in Qatar? It's gonna be like eyes, nice eyes, nice eyes, nice eyes, nice eyes,
Oh.
nice eyes.
Oh.
Takes you a while, huh? Takes you a while. Yeah. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time. Nice eyes. Nice eyes. All right, but I'm like what Natalie and what Jumai said. I'm also was raised in a Asian family, Indonesian Chinese family, but basically Asian family. I know this because as you all know, it's a stereotypical Asian family. That's why whenever I see Hollywood movies, especially movies about children, and they always have this similar concern about having monsters under the bed. I was like, what? Monsters under the bed? Asian kids, we don't have that problem because our parents are the monsters. Right? I mean, you have monsters under the bed. In our case, the monster is next door. I mean, and plus, monsters under the bed. I was like, your bed has an under? What the hell?
Bed?
Exactly.
You have a
Why would
bed?
you give space? Why? But yes, like most of the Asian children, my parents beat me. However, my mother is educated. She's a counselor. She's a school counselor. So she's quite democratic thanks to her education. That's why every time she's about to beat me, she always asks me to choose the weapon. Reggie, how are you going to get beaten today? Yes? So, but I went to school with also other Asian kids, and we all got beat, right? In fact, it's one of our way of hanging out. We like to show off our scars, right? I mean, one of my friends just opened his show his wound and say, Reggie, look at this cigarette butts last week from not doing my homework.
Oh.
My
That
other
hurts.
friends, oh, that's nothing. That's not. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Bruised ribs from my father. Yeah, from fighting against him. Wow, that is so cool. Badass. How about you, Reggie? How about you? Now, at that time, when I was hanging out with them, I got nothing. I was like smooth. But I cannot say that I got nothing because I will get bullied, right? Because that means I'm the weakest. I never got beat. So I have to come up with something that can beat cigarette butts and bruised ribs. So I was like, shit, what should I say? Reggie, come on. What did you get? Reggie, come on. I was like, okay. Last night, I walk into my parents' room when they're having sex. Oh! And then what happened? Did they beat you? Did they slap you? I was like, no. They made me watch.
Oh.
Yes. And because of that day, they all gave me the lunch money. Woo! I mean, yes. What? So lesson learned here, ladies and gentlemen. What physical scars? Emotional scars. There you go. Because I got bullied a lot when I was in high school, but I learned because I'm Chinese, right? I'm Asian. I learned. Okay. One time I got bullied, and then I learned how can I beat these bullies because they're like bigger than me. They're more muscular, and I'm not built to fight people. But I should be smarter. Yeah. What should I do? So the next time that I know I'm gonna get bullied, I know that I have to be smarter. So I sell porn. There you go.
Oh.
This is back then, by the way. Yeah, when I was in high school a long time ago, we don't have any access to internet porn. We still have like porn DVDs. Okay. Yeah. So I sell those. Okay. Yeah. So I don't get bullied at all because I'm the supplier. Okay. Of porn. Okay. So I control the bullies, and I use the bullies to bully other kids. Yeah, there you go, to get money. Yes. If you cannot fight the system, join the system. There you go. Now, to my parents. Like I said, my parents are like quite conservative. I was raised in a conservative Catholic family. My mom once asked me when I was in high school, she asked me, Reggie, how come you're single? How come you don't have any girlfriend? Now, back then, I'm still, a bit innocent. So I answer her, Mom, I don't feel any need to have a girlfriend. And she was like, okay. But I know deep inside, she was like, oh my God, my son is gay. My son is gay. But again, she's a counselor, right? So at the time, she did not just beat me about it. She asked me, she interviewed me. Okay, Reggie, now, what is your sexual orientation? Now, again, I was in a high school back then, and I'm from a remote city in East Java. I can speak English, but my understanding of English is not that big at that time. I don't understand the term sexual orientation. So my way is that to interpret that term word by word. Okay, so I have to separate and orientation. So sexual means I know what sexual means, of course. Orientation. Orientation means the direction, right? So my mom wants to know my sexual direction. Okay, so I answer her, Mom, my sexual orientation is the West. Because I watch Western porn, right? And that's like my orientation. And then my mom asked me again, no, Reggie, no. I mean, what is your sexual preference? Again, I did not understand. So I have to separate the word. Sexual, I know, I know. Preference, preference means how do I like my things? Okay. So I told my mom, my sexual preference is as soon as possible. 16 years old, still a virgin. Come on, help me out of here. And finally, my mom snapped. Reggie, no. I mean, are you gay or not? And I was like, oh, that's your point. Okay. And then I hugged her. And then I whispered so gently into her ears. I said, Mom, I have nothing against gay people, but I cannot be gay, even if I want to. What do you mean, Reggie? Mom, I cannot be gay, even if I want to, because I have hemorrhoid. Now, for my Indo friends, amen. There you go. I have amen. Now, some of you consider this joke gross, but that's actually true. Okay, I have hemorrhoid. That's why I cannot be gay. Now, I have a lot of gay friends, and they all ask me, Reggie, that's bullshit. Because even if you have ambeien, you have hemorrhoid, you can still be the top. Are you kidding? Right? Look, I'm a minority. I'm Chinese, right? And I'm an atheist too. That's double minority. If I'm Chinese, atheist, and then gay, I want all the privileges. Okay? If I'm gay, I want to be top, bottom, sideways, whatever. I want to have it all. All right? Okay? So yeah. Why play it halfway? Okay. So I have to close this. I'm gonna close with this. Like back to my mom. I told you that I'm an atheist, right? But I'm actually not an atheist. I'm an agnostic. But I cannot say this to people, especially my people, because they don't understand. I was like, I'm an agnostic. Agno what? Agnostic. Oh, that's okay, Reggie. You're special. You're good with numbers. Eh? That's autistic. No, agnostic is different. Fine, fine, fine. Atheist, atheist, atheist. Okay. But I don't eat babies. Yeah. Because I don't come from mainland China.
Oh.
However, my mom and dad just passed away. Yeah. So my extended family, they always told me, Reggie, it's okay. It's okay. Even though your parents have passed away, they're right now, they're up there in heavens, looking down at you and checking you out every single day. And I was like, wow, that is the creepiest shit. Right? I mean, imagine my mom and dad in heaven looking down at me, right? And I just told you guys I'm having an open relationship with my girlfriend, plus I'm an atheist. Okay, what would they say, right? My mom would call my dad, like, look at your son. Look at your son. He's an atheist. And my dad will say, huh, disappointing, but very impressive. Now, I'm going to close with this. I remember now. I forgot my bit, but now I remember. Like I told you guys, there's a lot of foreigners coming to my country, especially to Bali. Now, I think somebody said this, I think it's Natalie, that we call these people bule, right? Now, why do we call these people bule? Now, to understand this context, you have to understand that Southeast Asia, as Asian people, I mean, especially Southeast Asian people are very, very racist. Every single have their own way to call white people, right? In Indonesia, we call white people bule. Now, bule means albino buffalo. I know, it's very offensive, right? Yes, but you have to understand, this was invented hundreds of years ago when my people were like basically farmers. So when we first saw like white dudes, we were like, huh, that looks like one of my cow. But now the use change. We use bule for every single foreigners. For example, Japanese bule, we call them, Japanese people, we call them Japanese bule. Indian people, we call them Indian bule, which makes Indian very happy because that's the closest thing they'll ever get to white privilege. And here's the ultimate paradox. We call black people black bule. That is why I think Indonesia, especially Bali, is the best place for BLM, right? Because bule lives matter. There you go. We have it in here. Now, I told you, every single country in Southeast Asia is racist, right? In Malaysia, they call white people mat saleh. Saleh is from sailor. Yeah, there you go. In Cambodia, Thailand, they call white people farang. Farang is from francs, the currency of France. Singapore is the best because in Singapore, depending on the dialect, they call white people differently, and it's like progressively offensive. For example, in one dialect, they call white people angmo. Angmo means red hair. Okay, so from every single country in Southeast Asia, they got colonized because of their spice. Singapore is the only one that got colonized by gingers. And that explains why until now Singapore doesn't have a soul. Now, I told you, different dialect, right? So Angmo is one dialect. The other dialect is more offensive. They call They call white people guaylo. Guaylo, guaylo means ghost person. All right. Now I can understand this. Yeah, probably hundreds of years ago, a Singaporean girl said to the David, this is your baby, David, where you going, David? Ah, guaylo.
Hello.
Hey, you lucky or boy, I keep you. All right, that's my set, everyone. Thank you very much. It's a bit all over the place. I apologize. All right. Thank you very much, you all. So that concludes the show again, because this is a semi-open mic. If you have any suggestions for all the performers, you are free to give them your inputs and suggestions either in the comment box, just privately message them, or you can reach out to them in different ways. All right, I'm sure the performers, especially if they are open micers, would appreciate the inputs. Okay, now yeah, I think we can have the recordings for like a few more minutes just to close the show. I'm gonna close the show by asking to give your impressions about the show. Right. I see that Narendra has been joining us since the very beginning. And also,
Yeah.
there's one girl, but she's not here anymore. Okay. I'm gonna ask Narendra and just you. Oh, and Alvin.
That's funny. That's funny.
And
Yeah,
Alvin, actually, and Alvin. All right, before that, Alvin, did you you joined a bit late, right? Can I know from who's the performer that you watch when you joined the show?
How are you?
All right.
I'm so late.
So yeah, we cannot have your comment then. But thank you for still joining in. All right. So Narendra, can we know what you think about the show?
I think it's just simply hilarious. You know, when you have nothing to do, this is what you watch.
That's not wrong.
No, kidding. I mean, really good. See a lot of things in the making. A lot of people aspiring to become comedians, and I'm one of them, but just beginning. So I'm looking at all of you as my mentors and teachers.
Wrong choice, bro. Wrong choice.
Wrong
Hey.
choice.
Hey, you study from the best and the worst. So yes.
We learn from others' mistakes.
Yes. There you go. There you go.
A bad lesson is still a lesson.
Yes. Yeah, we should be the example to show you that comedy is possible. If we can do it, you can do it.
Actually, I was waiting for the show. I was asking E.T. when is he coming back, because it's like last month or what, I saw the same thing, and it's wonderful. So I was just anticipating from E.T. and asking him when is it going to happen again. But true enough, great today.
Thank you very much, Narendra. Okay.
Thank you, Narendra.
Can we give it
Yeah, I
to
also
Narendra
watch your
applause,
YouTube.
please?
Oh,
Yeah.
you
And
guys
thank
are
you-
great.
Thank you for
Woohoo!
turning on the lights. It's not as
Yeah,
big.
thank you, friend. Thank you.
Pinky,
Yeah.
I didn't know you have so much time.
I have a lot of time. Retirement.
Oh wow.
Oh, by the way, if you wanna join our next show as a performer, do let us know.
I was contemplating actually, but I wanted some more information. I didn't know who would guess. So now I know that you guys are the same group of people. So, all right, sure.
All right.
Will you be
So,
having a Christmas show? I'd like to join.
Oh, yeah, sure. I haven't put up my tree.
Oh,
All
okay.
right.
We should consider having a Christmas show if that's possible in December. Let me check the date. Holy shit. Okay, so weekend is actually 24th and 25th, ladies and gentlemen.
24.
Comedy? It's still stand-up comedy?
Yes. We might have a show during Christmas, but that would be so sad now, isn't it?
No, yes, no.
No.
We have an online comedy
Christmas gonna be
show
very busy,
precisely during Christmas. Let's not do that.
Yeah, let's not do that. We can do it on the 18th.
I agree.
Yeah,
It's not too close.
early Christmas.
Yeah, let's do it early.
Consider it early Christmas gift.
Let's
The
not
gift
do,
of fat
let's not
jokes.
do 25th.
Early Christmas
No,
fat
my-
jokes.
You know, my birthday is on 17th December.
Oh,
Awesome. Happy early birthday.
Yep.
Thank
8
you.
days before Jesus. Yeah.
How's celebrating Christmas in Kuwait anyway?
Well, well, I wouldn't. Well, I wouldn't know. We don't celebrate much Christmas. Not my.
All right. Or maybe you just
But I do. But I do love the family spirit and the holiday. You know, it has family orientation, even though we don't celebrate it. But we do enjoy this gathering. But because we are open, we still sell Christmas stuff for those who celebrate Christmas.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, okay. You may not believe in the celebration, but believe in the discounts. There you go.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the special
Read out
flavor.
rules. Read
Special
out
chocolate
rules.
flavor from Hershey.
The only thing we celebrate on December is my birthday.
Hey, 17, yes. So yes. Oh, that is
17,
like
yeah.
that is one day before the show, actually. Oh no, 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 no.
Yeah.
Several days. Yeah.
Yeah, one day before the show.
Oh yeah, one day. Sorry.
18 is on Sunday.
So
Yeah.
if you join the show in the 18, and if we are going to have it, gonna have a special shout out to you, Asil.
Sure. Just keep me updated, okay?
Absolutely. Are you in the group?
You have to.
The show name is
Yeah, I'm
The
in the
Rose
group.
of Acid.
I'm still new.
So yeah, every update is gonna be in the group. All right then. That would be great, actually.
Actually,
Roast
can
beef
be
or roast
Reggie.
turkey? Roast beef or roast turkey?
How about roast seal?
Ah,
Rose Seal. Yeah.
Roast
Us.
you.
Anyway,
Seal. Rose Seal.
Have we done the roast of Reggie already?
dude,
Yes,
that's my daily
already.
life. Okay, so yeah.
Oh, you like Indian roast?
Yep. Indian roast is known as tandoori.
Yes. But I'm not red color.
by the way,
Alright.
Narendra, where you from?
Malacca, Malaysia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you been here? Never.
No, unfortunately, I would love to go. No,
You should come
what of
next time. Yeah, come.
All right.
Yes, ET, please stop recording. We
Yeah,
stop talking about a lot of
going
shit.
to stop recording now. Thank you very much, you guys. Enjoy the show.
Thank you,
Okay,
everybody. It was
bye-bye,
fun.
everybody.
Thank
Good
you,
night.
everybody.
Bye.
See you next
Bye.
time. Bye.